This ABC15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. All roads lead to Sanderson Ford.
I'm Christine Stanwood with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. A chaotic scene in Phoenix this afternoon as a fire near 40th Street in McDowell sparked more fires around the neighborhood. Our Cliff Castle chopper overhead as smoke filled the valley sky. We'll have the latest on evacuations, damage, and whether or not everyone is okay ahead at 10. In Phoenix, a disturbing discovery. Police urgently searching for whomever killed a person and put the remains in a bag. We brought you this story last night, and police say a neighbor called Wednesday to report a bad smell coming from a bag in an alley near 35th Avenue in McDowell. Inside were dismembered human remains. Investigators are trying to make out a possible positive ID and figure out how they were killed. A tractor-trailer driver has been arrested for his role in a fiery crash that killed 5 people on the I-10 in January. Troopers say the 36-year-old man was on his phone using TikTok while speeding, leading to the crash near Chandler Boulevard. He is now facing manslaughter charges. Happening today, the city of Tempe installing new signs at renamed streets and parks. These changes come after historical researchers discovered several locations in Tempe were named after people with ties to the KKK. The city council voted to approve the changes back in March. Just 1 month to go until UPS and its union drivers hit a new deadline for a new contract. We were in Mesa this morning as workers held their 3rd practice strike of the week. They've asked the company to send their best offer by today to stay on pace in negotiations and avert a real work stoppage. The union tells us they're looking for improvements to excessive overtime and safety rules. A driver we spoke to said he and his coworkers have been working 6 days a week. Hey, check this out. A Valley doctor uncovering an incredible connection to our founding fathers. Dr. Frank Caserta is a Valley ophthalmologist by day, but in his free time, he has a vision to find some of the rarest newspapers in the country. Some of the more recent headlines include from when the Titanic sank in 1912, Pearl Harbor in 1941, and when the Germans surrendered in 1945. But he shows us a Paul Revere engraving of the Boston Massacre, along with a detailed report of the day from March 1770. And get this, he even has a copy of a Massachusetts spy dated July 17th, 1776, with what would have given its readers at the time the first ever look at the words that made our country free.
If you want to feel like you're traveling through time, I can't think of a better way than reading and studying authentic primary source documents such as historical newspapers. Because as others have pointed out, before it was history, it was news.
Frank says the treasured newspapers he owns are in careful, climate-controlled storage, and from time to time, he does share them with inquiring minds. Coming up at 6, the one paper that, frankly, started it all for Frank. Right now, we really need your help. Today is the last day to donate to our water drive and provide life-saving resources to those in need. ABC15 teaming up with St. Vincent de Paul, Bashes, and Food City. You can donate now through June 30th by dropping off water at Valley St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores, giving a monetary donation at any Bashes or Food City location, or donating online at abc15.com/water. Well, if you're looking for things to do this weekend, there are 4th of July events happening around the valley this weekend. Tempe is hosting a splash bash at the McClintock swimming pool tomorrow. That's near Ray Road in McClintock. It is free to go, but it is first come, first serve, and capacity is limited. It starts at 6.
Tracking your forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Amber Sellens. We are just hours away from excessive heat warnings kicking in across Arizona. It is going to be a weather action weekend here. Weather action days now Saturday through Tuesday as the heat gets dangerous. So limit your time outside, stay hydrated, check on your elderly neighbors and friends. They are going to be more susceptible to this heat wave and heat-related illnesses because of it. Tomorrow, that heat alert will kick in at 10 o'clock in the morning, and again, it will go all the way until Tuesday evening. We'll hit 92 degrees by 9 a.m. tomorrow, top out at 114 around 4, and still be in the triple digits as late as 9 o'clock tomorrow night. We also have air quality alerts through the weekend and into early next week, advisories for Saturday and Sunday, and watches that could become advisories for Monday and Tuesday. So ozone pollution will cause difficulty for breathing if you have asthma or COPD. There's the next 7 days for you. Those weather action days through the 4th of July. A hot forecast ahead.